Hey guys, it's Liz. Hey, so I thought it was time for me to do a training for everybody. Summer's kind of over, and I know here in New York, the fall is upon us. The weather is starting to get a little chilly. So depending upon where you live, you kind of feel like the summer is over, but that's always a good thing because we are coming into a really great time of year for our AdvoCare business. And I'm going to run you through a couple things that have us really, really excited. We've been in this business for about 3 years now. We enrolled of July of 2012. So we've seen this cycle come and go a few times now. And I can tell you what, guys, the summer is difficult. People are on vacation, they're away, they're kind of not really focused on, their health. They're kind of into wanting to barbecue and party and, have some drinks, so on and so forth. And so coming out of that is a really great opportunity to get people's minds back on track with healthy eating patterns, weight loss, energy, maybe running a fall foliage 5K, or setting some goals moving into the winter season and avoiding all of that holiday weight gain. And then also setting people's vision and sight for like New Year's resolutions and challenge groups and all of that. So the work has to be done now. Don't wait until the end of November and early December to start saying to people, hey, like, what do you think about New Year's? What do you think about a challenge? What do you think about going all in with a big national challenge group? So I'm going to give you guys some tools and tips that have worked really well for us, but also Diamonds across the nation are implementing this. So listen up. I'm going to give also you guys some tough love here. You guys know that I don't have much I guess the word isn't sympathy, but I don't have a lot of sympathy for when people say, hey, like, I reached to my mentor and, I want to do a phone call, but I'm just not hearing back from them. Or, hey, I want to do a mixer, but my mentor said she wasn't available. Listen, guys, if you are brand new, you should have somebody that can mentor you in this business. Like 100%, without a doubt, you should have somebody mentoring you. So if the person who enrolled you is not available for you, is not helping you, then you got to reach up. It's a practice in this business called leapfrogging. You've got to find somebody up in your pipeline of leaders that can help you grow and help support you and show you what to do. So I'm going to give you a for example, guys, because you know that I lead from the front in this business, okay? I enrolled. I had no idea what I was doing in AdvoCare, but I knew two things. I knew that the products were amazing. I knew I could help a lot of people with them. And I also knew I had this incredible business that could really take my family somewhere that my normal plan A life and world was never going to get us, okay? And that was time freedom with our kids. So if we didn't add AdvoCare here and build this business, I knew in the back of my mind that we were going to be in this hamster wheel of life, my husband off as a state trooper, me working, from 4 a.m. till 9 p.m., 7 days a week in my business that I had just opened up, okay? So what I want to share with you guys is this. When Mia Finnegan introduced me to AdvoCare, I jumped on board. I trusted her. I went all into advisor. She said, okay, here's what we need to do next. She said, you need to get me a date. I'm going to be in your living room. You need to fill it with some people for me that we can talk to and share. And we're going to grow your business. And so I did that. I bought the product, went all into advisor, got people in my living room. I just trusted her. I did that. Within a couple days, we got all the product unloaded. I put $900 profit in my pocket, and I put myself at advisor level. And I sat there and I said, okay, I've got 13 people on this 24-day challenge along with myself who are going to be coming back to me in a couple weeks going, all right, I'm down 5, I'm down 10, I feel really good. Now what? What do I do, Liz? And so I knew that I just had to be coachable. And I said to Mia, what do I do? How do I plan ahead for this in the business? How do I grow it? How do I take next steps, okay? So 2 things here, guys. You've got to be proactive. If you are living in, let's just say, North Carolina, and you say, I wish we had local events here, Liz, you're in New York, I wish we had local events. Well, guess what? Sometimes there's other teams doing events that you can plug into, but at the same time, take advantage of technology. Reach up to your mentor and say, hey, listen, I'm going to get my team or my small little group of people who are building a business around here in my living room, and I want you to Skype in. And can you Skype in and do a business training for us? Or, hey, I've got 3 new distributors on my team this pay period, and I really want to help them go over the new distributor quick training and like how to just get assimilated into AdvoCare. Can you lead a new distributor quick training call for these new people, right? So it's a 2-way street. You've got to reach up and say, here are the needs that I have. Here are the needs that I see in my business. Can you help me? Can we do it? And their answer is always going to be yes. From anyone that's building a business in AdvoCare, like myself, Melissa Folster, David Martin, Nicole Costa, Alicia, Tabitha, any of these leaders, Pete, Julianne, anyone that's building a business, and has a leadership pin, the answer is always going to be yes. I'm going to find a way. They're going to find a way to make that work for you. Okay. So just know that, when I tell you that Mia Finnegan came up and Rich Finnegan came up and did one mixer for me, one, I watched the mixer and I said, okay, I mean, I could do that. I mean, I'm not super comfortable and confident yet, but I can run through those 10 slides they did. I can just talk a little bit about the company, where they're from, a little bit about the science and medical team that create these products, a little bit about that informed choice testing. I could talk a little bit about this 24-day challenge thing now that I've got the challenge under my belt too, and I've got some experience to talk to. I can talk about a couple of the people that I helped put on this first challenge group and some of their results, and I might even ask a couple of them to come and share their story to add a little credibility. And I'll teach people the ways that they can get involved, buy it, get a discount, or build a business like I was. And so anything outside of that, I would just have Mia Finnegan answer or do a separate phone call after the event or get back to those people with answers. So, guys, I just want to help you understand the vision here. Mia came up and did one mixer for me. Then I just cut the cord and I said to some people who started that first challenge group with me, I said, all right, well, listen, let's help you get to advisor, even just to get 40% off the products that you have and you like from the challenge, the Spark and the meal shakes, let's get you to 40%. So I'll do what Mia just did for me. Tell me when I can get in your living room next week. And now that you've done the challenge or you're going through the challenge, let's get in your living room, put 5 to 10 people there. I'll come out and I'll, share and run through some of those slides and answer people's questions. You can share your story about the challenge. I'll share mine and we'll just educate people. And that mentality, guys, of, digging deep, how can I help? Let's get you to advisor. Here's what we need to do, right? It's mixer, living room, phone calls. And then someone else saying, I love the product. I want to get more. All right, well, listen, let's at least get you advisor. Even if they didn't have intentions of building the business right away, I wanted to help them get to advisor because I knew that that's the best discount level for them. And I knew at some point, if they did have people asking them or they did want to build a business, that now they're there. And once you're there and you don't lose it. And it opens you up to those 5 amazing income streams that we have here in AdvoCare. So I just got to work. I mean, I was in so many living rooms, guys. Listen, I'm not going to tell you this business is easy. And shame on me if I've made this look easy. But guys, listen, there are times when I would get up at 4 a.m. and go to my business and work through the morning, through the early afternoon, work at night, and then also come home at 5:30 at night, 6 o'clock, get dinner, feed my kids, give them a bath, and go out the door to somebody's living room in town, or drive an hour to someone's living room and do an educational session. And so, guys, there are many days that I, had to make some short-term sacrifices to not be there for my kids at bed and bath time and not see them. And my husband had to step up in that arena. This is teamwork. My husband had to play the daddy role so that mommy could go out and build this and educate and share and getting living rooms. And so, there were many times that I was in living rooms 3 nights a week, 4 nights a week, guys. And listen, I was okay with that, right? Because I knew that short-term sacrifices could, in the very near future, give my family some freedoms, which meant I could back off all the time that I spend during my 9 to 5 business that I owned. And I could free up some time. If I could generate $1,000 or $2 extra of income with AdvoCare very quickly into my business, I knew that I didn't have to be at my business 24/7 just to earn income. And I could pull my kids out of daycare and spend 1 or 2 days a week home with them. And so, guys, listen, I knew what it was going to take, and I followed the success system. And I didn't really have anyone in my backyard teaching me, coaching me, or mentoring me. I had the Finnegans by phone. I put Mia on the phone all the time. When I say all the time, I mean I put 10 to 15 people a week on the phone with her. Not all for business, but product. And who's doing a really good job of this is Tasha out in Massachusetts. So Tasha is brand new in the business, and she's put me on the phone a couple times with people, and she said, Liz, this person heard me do the challenge and have seen my results, and at work, she sits next to me in the cubicle, and, she's seeing me with my food in my containers, and she really wants help. But, I told her, Liz, that you are the best person to talk to because you've coached, a couple thousand people on this program. You're a really fit mom, and I just thought that you'd be best to answer her questions and help her see if it was a fit. She said, but I was also thinking of so-and-so, for the business, Liz, she works hard. She's a single mom. She hustles. And, I thought that if you shared your story with her, Liz, and maybe just cast some vision, that side may or may not be for her, but I just wanted her to hear about that and learn about it like I did. And so, this woman, we got on the phone, guys, and this happens all the time. The conversation started as me just saying, hey, tell me about you. Tell me about, how do you and Tasha know each other? Tell me about, what are you more interested in learning about? Are you more interested in the health and wellness side? Or are you more interested in, learning about this business? But, before we can go down either road, tell me about you. Like, are you married? Do you have kids? Like, is this your full-time job? Like, tell me about you. So after I sat there and I took some notes, and I'm going to show you guys, this is the sheet, okay? Her name was Nicole. This is the sheet that I took notes on, and I know it's backwards for you, but there's 2 columns on here. I let her talk. She spoke to me about her health and wellness goals. She's like, I want to lose some weight. I've got off track. I'm a single mom. I'm busy. I just lost myself in the process. And then she started talking about her life. She's like, I'm a single mom. I just bought a home. I work a ton of hours at my job. I'm also in school, so time is very tight. I don't have time or money, or just stressed on a lot of levels. So once we got that out, I said, okay, listen, you know what? I said, the good news is there's things that we can help you with here, okay? So you tell me where you want to start. Do you want to start on the health and wellness side, or do you want to start on the business side? And she flat out said, I'd like to take care of myself before I feel like I could help other people. Fair enough, guys. Most people come into this business through product, and the products are so great. In Advocare, we know that we have a ton of reorder business because the products are fantastic, right? And so let the products do their work. Let the power of the products build a business and plant seeds for people. So we started with Nicole, and we said, okay, great. Here's what I would do, Nicole. I would start you on the 20-40 challenge. And here's why. I want to teach you how to eat properly so that you can instill these habits and take them and learn and sustain these habits that you learn in the challenge for longer term results like you were talking about, okay? So I went through all that with her. I went through the challenge. I added lots of credibility to what Tasha was already kind of sharing with her. She said, game on, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to start. And I said, okay, listen, here are the 2 ways that you can get the product, okay? Just know that the only thing you have to do is get the product. You've got to get it from Tasha. And, you can get it from her. She can buy it and give it to you, when you guys see each other, and that's going to be full price, okay? You can do that. Or you can do what Tasha did. You can do what I did. You can enroll yourself and get yourself your own website here, and you can pay $79. They're going to ship you 3 boxes of Spark for that. And more importantly, you have a website, and that website gives you a 20% discount for an entire year, okay? There's no monthly fees. There's no, auto drop ships. None of that. It's just like a Sam's Club membership in your mind, where you would pay Sam's Club a fee for the year. You go in, you have wholesale prices. Same thing here in Advocare, okay? So anyways, at the end of the conversation, she says, okay, that's great. So, I said, you do what works best for you, right? Because this is about educating and letting people match solutions for whatever they want to do and look for, right? I educated her on the 2 options. She's going to go do what's best for her, okay? So at the end of it, she says, I'm very interested in the business. I'd like to go through my challenge and then, come back and full circle and talk about that other side. And I said, great. So now Tasha and I have a game plan of where to go with her. She's going to get her enrolled, get her product, get her on the challenge. And we're going to make a follow-up phone call on day 18. So this is called Work in Your Business. So Tasha's going to go ahead onto day 18 of where this lady's going to finish her challenge and schedule a call with me. And I said this to the lady on the phone. I said, listen, towards the end of your challenge, we're going to jump back on the phone. We'll check in. How you doing? How you feeling? And then what do you want to continue with for longer term results? And we'll help set up a game plan. And at that point, guys, if she didn't enroll, I'm going to share with her the fact that getting a discount makes much more sense for her. If she, at that point, says, I do have results and I do have people wanting to know, I'm going to go back to that business that we already planted seeds on and say, listen, this is what we're going to do. We are going to help you get to advisor level, okay? So what advisor means is, and I'm going to go through the 5 income streams, okay? And I'm going to say to her, listen, these are the 2 ways that you can get to advisor, okay? You can do what I did. You can go all in. You can buy the 13 challenges and 13 bottles of Catalyst. Equates to $3,000 in retail product. The cost was only $2,100 to me. You know what? I slapped it on a business credit card. I had trust and faith in my mentor that she was going to work with me to get this done. And I also knew I wanted to put $900 in my pocket pretty quickly because $900 for me when I first started meant that was 10 less training hours I would need to spend at my business, okay? So I would cast this vision for her and say, if you can rock that, let's do it. And what we'll do is give me some dates, 2 weeks from now that Tasha can go get in your living room, her mentor Amy will come, and I will Skype in, okay? And this is in Massachusetts, and I will Skype in. And so I cast this vision for her, and I give her the options of how we'll help and support. But remember, guys, she's not advisor yet, but we're gonna do a mixer so that we can get people in her living room to generate excitement and momentum and business, whether she buys it all up front and unloads it, or she has people that night just go to her site and we drive it and help her get to advisor, okay? So these are the activities, guys. It's not the only thing she can do. She can put people on the phone with Tasha, just like Tasha put her on the phone with me, right? She can put people on the phone with me. So what I want to do is cast a vision for you as leaders. How do we help our people build? And when you do this, it just builds depth in your business, okay? So when I look at a leg of business, all right, this is some insight for you. When I look at a leg of business, I'm just going to give you, for example, Melissa Folster's leg of business, okay? How have we made that leg of business almost like a walk-away business? Here's how. When I first got started, it was just Melissa, and it was just Melissa frontline to me, and I said, Melissa, listen, who do you know that we can go to work with or talk to, right? So she did her job. She put people on the phone with me. She put people on the phone with Mia. We got some people early on that were very interested in building the business, okay? One was Nicole Costa. So I said, okay, Nikki, listen, here's what we need to do, Nikki. We know why you want to build a business. We talked about that. We talked about your purpose, but here's what we need to do. We need to get you to advisor, and here's why. And here are the 5 income streams, okay? So I explained that to her. And so I said, so listen, here's what we need to do. Give me and Melissa some dates that we can come out to Rhode Island and we can launch with you, right? And whether she went all in or did it the other way, which she went all in, she bought it all. I said, you're gonna get all the product and you're gonna fill your living room for us, okay? And she did that. And so we went out there, we rocked it, we helped her get a bunch of people on the challenge and get excitement and add credibility and go. And then, so what happens from there is, her business partner, Kayla, and then Alicia, and some other people that said, I want to build a business out of this. We said, okay, here's what we need to do, okay? We need to get you to advisor. We need to get some people together in your living room, and let's go to work, guys. So I want to show you guys that duplication process of what I did early on. So you've got to cut the cord and get comfortable doing mixers, right? Mixers and three-way phone calls are how you grow your business. And the beauty is I do it all on my own time, right? Many of you have your own 9-to-5 jobs, which I get, and you'll have for a while until AdvoCare becomes something that either doubles your current income and it gives you some freedoms now and flexibility for you to say, okay, I could back off part-time from work, or I could leave my job altogether because I'm doubling my income. That's usually the golden rule of when you could go full-time in AdvoCare, okay? For us, that was about 6 to 7 months in. We went full-time. I went full-time AdvoCare, and I hired, a manager and some other people to help at my business so that I could run this and be a mom. And then about 2.5 years in, my husband came full-time with AdvoCare. We retired him from the New York State Police, and now we're both full-time parents and full-time AdvoCare, which is still about 30 hours a week, okay? And we do it around our life, around our kids' lives. So I'm sitting home in my pajamas. If you don't believe me, I'm gonna show you. Still have my pajama pants on. I just threw this top on. I'm doing this training because I see this need, but I'm spending all day just kind of doing my thing with my emails, got to see my kids get on the bus, drop our little one off to school, have my breakfast, have my Spark, do some training stuff for you guys. I'm gonna get my kids from school, and then I'm gonna go tonight. I'm going with Lisa to drive about an hour and a half to do a triathlon meeting and a business training meeting with a guy who's very interested. He's a big triathlon coach to learn about this. Instead of getting Hammer Nutrition to keep sponsoring his events, he's excited to learn about AdvoCare and what's possible here. So I'm spending my nights working, guys, all right? So just know the vision of how do you build a deep leg. I went to work with Melissa, and then Nicole, and then Alicia, and then Jules, and Pete Malo, and I do phone calls under Pete for Frank and some of those guys. So you see me working 6, 7, 8 levels deep in my business. I don't stop at level 3. Why? Because in this model, we earn overrides through infinity. But the other part of this, guys, is, sometimes you're going to get leaders in a leg. Now that's the goal. The goal is I want to build leaders in a leg. Of course I want leaders. I want people that I can teach and mentor and help them become leaders so that they can duplicate this too. And in that leg of business, there's many. There's Melissa and Nicole Costa, and then there's Tabitha, there's Alex, right? And then underneath them, there's Alicia and Jules and Pete and all these other people starting to build, right? And Krista. So what happens, guys, is when you pour into these individuals, I don't work with everybody in the leg. I just work with the leaders, and I teach them how to duplicate. What happens is you build so much depth and volume in your business that if I were to kind of step away from that leg and go mentor new legs of business, it really is almost a walk-away business, because I took the time the past 2 years to go to work with these people, do the necessary activities, and show them how to go do it themselves, cut the cord, get in living rooms, and how to do it. It's a leg of business for me now that I don't need to spend much time in. I'll always support them, coach them, and mentor them, and add where I can. But I go to work and I help mentor the new people that need the help now. And that's how you build a sustainable business, a business that will pay you for a lifetime, a business that can be a legacy for your family that you can pass on to your kids, okay? So that's how you build it right, and that's how you build something that the bottom won't fall out of, okay? The other concept I want to help you understand is this. Not every leg of business for you as you continue to grow will have substantial leaders in it. Sometimes we have a couple legs like this of our diamond ship, our 12 legs of business that star every 2 weeks for us. We have a couple legs of business that don't really have any crazy leaders. Like there's no pin levels in that leg, but there's so much product use in that leg. And because we know the products are great and we know that these products have a high reorder rate and they're consumable, people need more product often and they love them and they add value to their life. Just from that constant activity of me like going and growing and going and growing and, you know, mixers and phone calls and mixers and phone calls. And then that consistency of just, you know, okay, who do you know? All right, great. We did a mixer. So I'm going to give you a for instance. Kristen Rapoli is, you know, frontline to me. She's an advisor. Okay. We did a mixer for Kristen and it was wonderful. She put she put 5 or 6 of her friends in a room and almost everyone jumped forward with the challenge. A couple enrolled themselves to get discounts as well. And 2 or 3 of them are interested in building a business. So I said to Kristen, I said, listen, these people qualified their first pay period to move towards advisor. I said, have you had the conversation with them about, you know, when can we get in their living room? They just started the challenge, but they're newly enrolled and they had that first $500 order in. I said, Kristen, reach out and say, when can we get in their living room? When can they invite some people to hear about what they've been doing with this challenge and the challenge that they just started, and they want to share it, and you and I will go, and we'll go, and we'll go. And so that's where we can help build Kristen some leaders, help those business builders get to advisor. So you're helping people, help people, and help people. But what that does for your own business, right? When you help others get wins, helping someone to get to advisor, then helping that person get a rookie bonus, and then saying, all right, who do you know that we can help? And then get in their living room or get some people on the phone. Those constant activities, guys, build people to the next step. But let's just say, for example, you know, in a leg of business, you don't have any, you know, silver level, gold level leaders. Sometimes you just have a bunch of advisors and you have a bunch of product users that do accumulate and purchase and retail that well over 3,000 in volume every 2 weeks. So that leg for me stars, okay? It generates, a starring leg means it generates 3,000 in retail product purchases or sales, okay, over the course of 2 weeks. So sometimes there's just not even, there's not someone really like at a pin leadership level. But there's lots of people hustling and sharing product and work in this business and ordering product and reordering product. So keep that in mind, that the work that you go just to educate and share, not everybody's going to build this like you do or like you want to do, right? Not everyone's going to do that. For a lot of people, getting to advisor and getting some friends and family on product and earning $500 to $1,000 a month is like where it's at and is where this is a fit for them, and that's what they're looking for, and that's majorly impactful. And that's more of the norm in this business than someone who's going to be, you know, a rock star, ruby, emerald, or diamond, okay? So just know that if you help many people do that in a leg of business, you help someone get to an advisor and hold a mixer and then help them get a rookie bonus and help them find a couple advisors too who want to get to that level and help a couple of those people get rookie bonuses. Guys, I mean, give yourself a year or two of hammering it like I did, and you're going to build some sustainability and you're going to build some really good residual legs of business for yourself with just products and leaders in them. Okay. So listen, it's a little bit of tough love. I just want to share with you a couple things here. I've got a couple slides I'm going to pop over to. Hopefully I can get this technology to work. Hang tight. Okay. So what I want to show you here is this. You know, I want you guys to really think about, where do you want to be in, you know, 6 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, okay, a year? I want you guys to think about that. And I want you to think about how you're going to get there. And, you know, this business means different things for different people. If you want to build this for $500 a month so that pays for daycare, gas, or groceries, fantastic. We'll help you do that. A couple mixers a month will help you do that, all right? If you want to build this to, you know, 1,000 to 2,000 to 3,000, where it starts to really impact your life and allow you to have some freedoms, 100% will help you do that. okay? You've got to think about where you want to be with debt, any debt that you have. Isn't the American dream to not have any debt or owe anyone any money? Put a plan in place here, start earning some and building some income on the side, helping people, having some fun, and start paying that debt off. Do you want to take your family on vacation? You know, maybe that's a goal for you. Maybe you don't want to do Advocare full time. Maybe it's just, you know, you make $1,000 for the next 6 months and it gives you $6,000 in the bank, and you say, great, I'm going to take my family on a dream vacation. Okay. And if you want to do it like we did, I wanted time freedom. I wanted to be, you know, I didn't want finances to be an issue, and I didn't want time to be an issue. And by golly, I love law enforcement members and we need them, but I wanted my husband home to be a dad. So, you know, I made that happen, guys. And, you know, we did that in about 13 months of getting involved here. So, guys, I just want you to think about where you want to be. You all have chosen this vehicle of Advocare to help get you there. We know how to do it. It's not a difficult business. It just takes a little bit of work. Nothing in life is easy. This business is not difficult. It just takes a little bit of you applying your already strong work ethic to this model and using that credibility of your upline and mentorship where you can. All right, guys. Listen, this is where I get tough love on you, okay? And just know this comes from my heart. You need to take ownership of your business. This is not your mentor's business. Your purpose needs to be strong enough to say, okay, like mine was, I watched and learned. I watched one mixer and I said, all right, give me those slides. I'm going to go take like 5 or 6 of these slides and I'm going to go duplicate this in living rooms. So just pay it forward and keep going. Don't be afraid to fail. This is a business that you can't do anything wrong, right? Like we'll teach you, we'll show you what you need to do. I'll walk through the slides with you over the phone so that you can start going and being fruitful for other people, okay? Be a leader for other people. Help other people get enrolled, help other people get on challenges, help other people get to advisor, help other people earn rookie bonuses, and help people get to silver. If you can get real good at that, you're gonna build yourself an empire here, okay? When your heart is out for helping others, that's when you build a monstrous business, all right? Lead from the front. Your team does what you do, all right? If you're not out there doing things, how are you gonna ask your team to do that? You guys know that I still do 2 to 3 mixers a week. And I do this because, you know, not because I need any more income from this business. And I'll tell you straight up, guys, you know, I could live forever off of what we earn in Advocare now. But I do this because I do want to build a legacy for my family. I do this because I do want to see other people get some of the freedoms that we've had the ability to have. And you know what, guys? I'm not a person that was ever wired to sit home and do nothing. I love that I can take a week off or 2 or 3 and unplug and still earn income from this residual business. I love that. But I'm just not wired that way. I'm wired to, if a teammate needs something, I'm going to help them. If there's an event that I can go and help at, I'm going to be there. Okay, it's leading from the front. Your team will do what you do. Why do Danny and Diane McDaniel still do big trainings and events when they earn about $350,000 a month? It's in their blood. They're leaders, right? They're not going to sit home and unplug from this when there's other people that need to be trained up. Okay, stay positive. You know, I know that there are times in our business that we get down and out and frustrated. Okay, this is you leading a volunteer army of people, right? Life is stressful. Life is stressful enough. People have enough stress and enough negative Nancys in their life that Advocare shouldn't be one of them, okay? If Advocare is stressful for you, you need to go back and pull out your purpose and figure out, why did you set out to do this, right? And what is making it negative for you? Because it shouldn't be at all negative. We can't pull people. We go to work with the people that are showing us they want to go to work. And that's where you spend your time, and that's where you spend your positive energy, okay? Stay positive with your team. Love them where they're at. If there's someone in your team that's just kind of unplugged and you know, you want this more for them and they're just not engaged, listen, love them where they're at, but move on and build and grow and pour into the people that want and command your time. Don't spend a lot of time on those that aren't stepping back when you step, okay? We can't pull people. Stay positive, love them where they're at, and when they're ready to plug back in, lock arms and go, all right? Stay positive with people, guys. Study those who are having success and find someone to mentor you, and then go do it, guys. It's very simple, all right? It's very simple. I looked at this business. I said, what do the Finnegans do? They did mixers. They did trainings, phone calls. I did the same. I just cut the cord and I went and did it, and growth started to happen. Massive action creates growth and solves all problems in your business. If you're frustrated, look back over the past 2 or 3 months and say, all right, I absolutely had no activity. I didn't do many phone calls. I didn't really do any mixers or trainings. I didn't get to many mixers or trainings. Well, there you go. That's why your paycheck is what it is. And it's all good. Plug back in, dust yourself off. Summer's over. Time to pick it up, step up. We got a big opportunity coming up here with New Year's, guys, okay? All right, now here's the good stuff. I've got 2 more slides. It's super important information. Planning ahead for January. This is not stuff to copy and paste and put out there and put on social media. It 100% is just for planning purposes for you, so that you know what is in the pipeline and what's to come here for your business and what you can do now to plan ahead, okay? So planning ahead for January, Advocare always does a big all-in national group 24-day challenge where Advocare corporate does, you know, a lot of the support and tools and resources and videos and coaching emails and lots of great stuff to your people and challengers who are going to be jumping on board with the nation. And everybody loves to be part of something. Everybody loves to be part of a big national group of people starting on the same day for the challenge. Okay, so just know this: for the 2016 All-In Challenge, pre-orders are huge, guys. Pre-orders start 12/21 and they go through 1/4. The All-In Challenge is going to start after New Year's, the following Monday. I think it's the 7th. I'm not exactly sure, but after New Year's it starts, okay? So remember that pre-orders don't process people's credit cards until after it ships. So people can get the pre-orders in online during mixers. You can hop on the phone with people. This is a good time to go reach through your business and start getting mixers on the books with your leaders, your teammates who want to build. Get to work and get some mixers on the books. I just reached to my friend Kara today, and I said, Kara, we've been playing tag and trying to catch up. Let's get a mixer on the books so we can help, you know, refocus your business, and we can get some momentum going for you, you know, before the new year. So we just put one in the books for early December. So start doing that, guys. Start reaching through, get to people who want to work, get mixers on the books, and be committed to go in their living room and start sharing about these pre-orders. I start talking about pre-orders, you know, right after Thanksgiving, like getting people excited about what does it mean, what is it, and then they're locked, they're loaded, their credit card won't even be processed until when it ships, which is, you know, after the new year. Just know that this is open to distributors, but also your retail customers. So anytime you have someone that goes to your website and purchases product, they're going to be able to do this as well. Last year, it was only open to distributors. So that's really another huge opportunity there. What's included in this? It's free shipping. So they're going to order the challenge and they're going to get free shipping on it. They're going to get that goal bracelet again, where they set the goal of what they want the outcome to be on their challenge, and they don't take that bracelet off until they achieve it. They get a blender bottle, and then they get Advocare logoed meal prep containers, and they get a cookbook. And then super cool, they also get free shipping on a retail order over 100, basically between the pay periods of 120 to 216, which is awesome, because you know that there's going to be people coming out of the challenge going, okay, I'm down 5, I'm down 10, I feel awesome, you know, my performance is better, I definitely want to grab some more product. Well, now they have more an extra incentive that very next pay period, because they get free shipping on any order over 100. That's huge momentum, guys, for your business. So start thinking about that. Start planning ahead, okay? Get mixers on the books, get biz trainings, get biz opportunity meetings on the books, all right? Listen, here's the reality. As people's organizations get so big, people fall through the cracks. But, you know, I wasn't willing to let myself fall through the cracks. I wasn't willing to say, okay, no one's helping me, no one's reaching out to me. I reached up to Mia. I reached out and said, hey, listen, what is this report? What is this? Spend some time with me. And she did. And you know, Rich and Mia showed me some things to do and understood things and told me what I needed to do to get to work. And I just did it. So guys, if your direct mentor is not accessible, not available, not getting back to you, just not really there to support you, just know that that's okay, because they may not be building a business or may not be committed to growing leaders in their organization. That's okay. But reach up to the next highest pin or person who is building a business and doing the necessary steps to build. It's called leapfrogging up. You see people leapfrog up and you see people leapfrogging down. Okay, so I leapfrog down in this business and I find the leaders and I go to work with them, because I'm trying to deep root business here, right? And build leaders. So that's called leapfrogging down. Don't rely on your mentor. It's not your mentor's business. Your purpose has to be strong enough for you to grow this thing regardless of anybody else, right? Follow the people that have success and do what they do. Get your mentor in on a Skype business training. Listen, if you don't live in New York or you don't live in Rhode Island, where the bulk of our team is, you live in California or North Carolina or Florida, or Atlanta, and you say, listen, I'm going to get some of my local people together. get some people in a living room and do a Skype business training. Get your mentor in to Skype in and do a training for you, just like your mentor can do Skype mixers for you. You know, with the technology that we have now, not doing mixers and not doing, you know, business training is not an excuse because you're brand new and you don't feel like you know the information. Use the technology, use FaceTime, use Skype, use conference lines. We can make it happen, okay? Events. Get yourself to these events, guys, but more importantly, get other people to them, right? If I didn't get exposed to AdvoCare, I wouldn't be here today. Someone had to share this with me. You know, we share it through phone calls, we share it through one-on-one meetings, but events cast vision. Alicia said it last night in her thing. You know, events cast vision, let people see themselves here in AdvoCare, let people see what this is about, let people get rid of all those preconceived notions that they have about direct sales. Get them to events, get yourself to events, right? Advo Nation in January, find the one closest to you. If it's in your backyard, you have no excuse not to get there. But if you've got to drive an hour or two or a couple hours, load some people up in your team, have a no excuses mindset, whatever it takes mindset to get yourself there and lead from the front. Bring some teammates along with you. It's super important to get to these two big events, Advo Nation and Success School every year, guys. You've got to set your sights on Success School 2016. We'll help you after January figure out a game plan of how to get yourself down there. You know, sell 20 challenge kits and you can afford to get yourself down there, all right? Leaders, you know, make sure you're holding your new distributor quick trainings. You know, every pay period, you can look on your reports and see who are the new distributors for this pay period. Are you reaching out to them? Are you welcoming them? Are you calling them? Are you digging in and finding their purpose? You know, hey, I know you're a new distributor. Just wanted to reach out. You know, are you basically, did you enroll for the discount? Or, you know, were you looking to build a business? I'd love to share my story with you, or even get you on the phone with my mentor. And so just welcome these new distributors. Find out what their intentions are, right? Do they want to build or are they just looking for discounts? But now you know. And now you know where to go to work with them, okay? Do your biz ops, get in living rooms, do the work now. You've got to educate people and expose people to what this is about. Otherwise, we can't grow. And you've got to build leaders so that people can duplicate and that you're not out there, you know, kind of pounding the pavement 24/7. You've got to build duplicatability here through leaders. That's the business we're in, is building leaders. It's a great opportunity to step out of your comfort zone and build other people up so that they can start to duplicate what you do. Okay, last slide here, guys. I like the way that this is broken down. I'm going to bring this all home for you. AdvoCare is very simple. AdvoCare success system, this is how we build it. It comes down to relationships with people. Do you have relationships? Do you have enough influence for them to trust you and talk? And do you have things that in your arsenal that you can share with them? And Impact Magazine, guys, is the best tool to carry with you. Impact Magazine is so useful. That's a whole nother day and a whole nother training. But you have the relationship with people to get them on the phone and move them to the second circle. You know, say to someone, you know, just like I said in the beginning to people, to Dave Martin, I said, listen, Dave, I know you're down in Texas and you're coaching and you love to coach, and he's a Division II basketball coach, but I said, listen, you know me, I'm not gonna waste your time with anything. This company's awesome. The products are great. You know, they're used at pro and elite levels. But listen, you know, like my friend Mia makes 20 grand a month at the business. She's helping me build a business. So, you know, listen, I would love for you just to get on, hear about it like I did, and then you decide, you know, make a decision if this is for you or not. Either way, I think you'd love the products, but give me some time. I want to put you on with Mia and we'll go from there. And I made it happen. I put him on the phone, added that third party credibility in, okay? And then once we'd established that he wanted to grow and build, you know, what his purpose was, you know, great. We help him get to advisor, right? And then through advisor, we help talk about rookie bonus. And we do that through like little local meetings, phone calls, trainings, right? We can do all that through phone calls and local trainings. Then I needed to get Dave like a bigger vision like I did. I mean, I had been to Success School 3 months into my business. I went to my first Success School. I had been. I went, I saw, I knew what I had my hands on. I needed Dave to see that. So, you know, getting Dave to a larger event and then ultimately getting Dave, you know, down to Success School so that he could see where he fit in as the CEO of his own business, and he could take ownership of that and go, okay, I know what I have my hands on. I see myself here. If these other people are doing it, I can do it. You know, it's this huge, big company, right? And that's what getting down to Texas helps people see. So guys, that's AdvoCare in a nutshell. I am super pumped to wrap this training up for you guys. And, you know, what I want to tell you is this, is, you know, I love you guys to pieces. This is a little bit of a tough love training because everybody needs to, you know, dust themselves off from the summer. You have such a big opportunity here coming off of summer into the holidays and then building momentum for New Year's. Your December and January, and February and March. Do the work now. You know, the next 4 months going into the new year will knock your socks off as far as a paycheck and where you want to be. If you get to work now and you follow the success system, I mean, it'll blow your mind, the momentum that comes out of this New Year's resolution group if you plug in and stay consistent with it. So just know that we're here to help. No excuses mindset or mentality from your leaders. So we're going to pass that forward to you with those expectations, and get ready to rock, guys, because the courts are coming strong with some events and some trainings, and we're ready. We're ready for you guys. Let's do this thing. All right, guys, have a good day.